everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is our weekly vlog and today there is a story time and I think I'm gonna start with a vlog and then I'm gonna give you the story time so that things can stay in a chronological order, if that's correct. Yeah, so I hope you've all been doing great. I'm doing amazing. As you can see, I'm not I'm in Africa, so I'm already, I don't know, there's just something about being home, like being in Africa. I don't know if it's just me, but every time my feet hit the African ground, I feel something in my body. I'm like, yeah. And the people are so warm, so kind. It's like, it's so amazing to just, come across kind people. So I'm going to share a few moments of my life, like a few minutes, because we YouTubers now, I have grown, I have improved. I was gonna use the video, I am not among people, but yeah, I'm just gonna share a few moments, then we'll go to story time. So enjoy these moments of what I've been up to and then see you for the story time. Take care. Mwah.
Voilà, nickel, tac, annulaire, attention à la voilà. Ça c'est bien. C'est parti pour la mineure.
Tu sais parce que tu sais ça va faire mal.
Ah je sais. Voilà, nickel. On appuie.
Les deux dernières ça va pas.
Alors parce que l'avant-dernière c'est parce que t'appuies pas assez.
Et que j'ai touché la...
Et l'autre, voilà, c'est parce que tu l'as touché. C'est parti. Okay. Encore.
Oh. Okay.
Stop, pause. Ok. Parfait. Et on passe au là. Nickel.
Se uma maga. Okay.
Déjà tugisha amafoto atuvugisha neza cyane isasho ko umuntu wese yatashe neza agafatira amahoteli twese mu murongo like akona ko umuntu ajyamye neza fakamenya ko umuntu ajyama hano neza amataxi kuri déplacer kufatira amatrain etc.
Ndabuze impemu bro.
Musigaye nega amba. Grafse couteau de poche.
Ariko nibazaga ariko baca kuri airport. Numva manifeste mane karaduga re. Kaduga ngaha mu muhogo bro. Kakana re. Jasera ndumva noze mafanda kudaha ko asubira mejo.
Donc il yambwiye ati avec moi. Uro. Ati j'envoie le matériel. Je te la bosser kandi. Parce que last time le nambwiye ati nukuri donc ça c'est un contre. Uro. Parce qu'elle est dans l'animal. On peut s'appeler. So, I mean, whenever il est disponible, bah change de
gusa ndi ntera
natwenza mugazi naratwenzaga ma that girl is funny natwenza
pako nkumaze ko jewe igese ciyiwe ya ntigo
akitangura nagira bayiki
natwenze. I'm too black for this. Niko naganje luminosity. Wow, shalom. Check it. $50. Tienen los
Yarasaze. Ni ukuri. Love you, Sese. Aww, Serena. Abasheri. Ndatera inkuru so turi muri metro tuko turataha hama nyene rero isi imbere yacu yadusitse nyene iri nka 5-10 metres imbere yacu hama ararengana haba je nanje ndenganyasha avuga ngo excusez-moi ngo vous connaissez like vous connaissez umuntu ari imbere camuga uti oui on est sœurs tuguti oh oui sinon twagira tubwire uti murabasozi genre c'est ça serait trop bizarre ko iyo coincidence iba murenganya mwese umwanya umwe mubwira musa gutya nge utambuka umenga abantu ntibagituzirane Teresa akota mukari kure ko ashaka gushika muhira so ko yadusiga she was walking fast and then someone was like wait do you know the person like who's you know that's good yeah. English excuse me English just decided we weren't friends today no ndando menzara do you have
Ok, nickel. Bon bah c'est bien.
Je vois les alternances, comment ça va?
Ouais, je vois ça, ouais. Ok. Donc, 4.
Tu peux reprendre.
Alors, donc, du coup, tu vas faire ça. C'est parti. Ok, stop. Attention là.
Oh, jag lägger inte själv den där omgivningen. De får inte den här ombord. Rap! Egera, sabon. Aha. Guys, I wanna cry. The plane is leaving in 7 minutes. I'm welcome.
Just a moment.
Okay.
English.
Yeah, we were running a pretty fast.
Yeah, it was crazy today.
It was crazy today.
The queue was long.
Welcome, welcome.
The waiting
The
line.
queue was very long over
Yeah,
there.
it was. I was wondering if I was gonna catch my flight.
We'll take your video as you do over there.
Oh.
Like this.
Okay. A few chords. And I'm staying in Nairobi tonight.
Ah, wonderful. Just let me hold this for you.
So I'm just gonna play.
Is that okay? Or maybe my
yeah.
colleague can
Whatever.
help? Oh, sorry. Oh, you
It's good. So only 4 chords. See, it's not comfortable.
sorry.
Yeah.
Use your hand here. It's here, I think.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come on, please. To you.
What's a blazer? Oh.
Some music. Great.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Proceed.
Okay, you're gonna call? You're gonna close? You're gonna announce something?
No, I just want to put this over there.
Oh no, I'm not good. I'm not good.
Okay.
I'm a beginner.
Okay, listen. He wants to take a video. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Guys, some water for you now that you came running.
Yeah, everyone came running. Everyone needs water at this point.
You can put it, we'll secure it for you. I'll show
Yeah,
you.
thank you.
Some water for you and your family.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
You are 4?
Yeah, exactly.
So before getting in the plane, it was so stressful. But now that we're here, you guys are so warm.
Of
The
course.
stress is over. I thought I was gonna cry as soon as I be in the plane.
No, you're good. You're good.
Because
Okay.
oh no, that's not nice.
Welcome. Water for you. I'll put it for you here as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
At least you warmed our hearts, you know?
Yeah, you also warmed mine.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All the best.
Thank you. All the sweet. So 25G.
Yes.
Where can I put my guitar?
Once again?
Can I
yes,
put in the
Come.
closet?
Come.
Okay. Degrees.
K722 to Dubai. You kindly requested for the aircraft immediately to take.
Miss office, Miss
Oh, okay. Okay. Hey, I just made it to the hotel, to my hotel room. Oh my god, guys, I can't feel my foot. Let me show you. So I've been wearing this for the whole day. This. Oh wow! I just realized what socks I'm wearing, and I'm kind of embarrassed because what is this? Like when you see me like this, you have no idea that this is what I'm wearing. So I'm here at Cozy Suit Hotel. My brother ordered. I'm so used to ordering. Let me first check if the camera is right. Yeah. Checking was a good idea because now I fixed my camera. So guys, I'm tired. I was telling you. Oh my god. Let me tell the story of today. Should I say it now or should I say it tomorrow morning? No, I should say it now. Like I should tell the story now. Because tomorrow morning I'll be busy going to Burundi. But first, let me show you my room. Let's find out. I first have to put this guitar down. Let's open the window and see which view we have. Well, it's okay. I mean, there isn't much to see. Maybe because it's, well, I was gonna say maybe it's because it's late, but it's actually when it's late they're supposed to see something. but it's okay. Let me turn on this. Oh, wow. Ah. Yeah. So let me close the windows. Give you a small room tour, but first let me take off these shoes because, bruh, look. So they're so, like, they're my size, and I've learned that you have to, like, size up. You know, size up one time when buying shoes, especially with boots because I love boots. So yeah, this is what I'm wearing, and you already know where they're from. I mean, Shoes Gallery, you know. Yeah, so let me take off this, you know, chill and tell you the story of what happened today. Because what happened today, oh my god, all my life you have been faithful. Honestly, yeah, let me tell you, let me not spoil you. Let's first take off these shoes, because they are killing me. When I was in the plane, I took them off and I was just wearing my socks. And it's funny because everyone else was doing the same thing, so I was like, oh, okay. So I thought it's a thing to take off. Let me close. I'm starting to hear some noises. And yeah, let me close. So, oh yeah, shout out to my brother. Shout out to my big brother, Gravy, for this hotel. Yeah, I texted my brother because I knew, like, when I bought my ticket, I saw that I was gonna land in Nairobi at 9 p.m. and my next flight, like, to go to Bujumbura was at 12 p.m. like the next day. And I was like, I'm not gonna stay in the airport for the whole night. So I asked my brother, because, like, you know, he has a business, so his business has, like, an office in Burundi. You know, they have, like, it's a company that is in Burundi, also in Kenya, and also in China. So because he was here, like, he came to Kenya this week and left yesterday, so he left the day before I got here. I was like, let me just ask him for safe hotel recommendations, and he didn't give me recommendations. He was like, oh yeah, let me talk to his someone he works with, like his business partner. No. And bro, I just need to send my ticket and passport, and everything was done. Like, I just got here, I went to reception and I gave them my passport. Everyone was paying for the hotel, and when I got there, everything is already paid. I already knew because I know my brother. But yeah, I'm super grateful. Like, I love having a big brother. You know, the fact that I have someone who takes care of me, who has always been so sweet to me since I was young, and so I'm grateful. Yeah, so let me stop talking and come and tell the story of how God is good. So first thing first, let me give you a room tour. So let me go back. When I enter, I see this. This is the closet. This is the kitchen. Yo, nothing really. Okay, now it's good. It was making noise, like there was noise in the closet. I was like, what did I just provoke? This is the room. This is the chair, table, my bag, you know, my stuff. I'm putting my stuff everywhere. The bed, the TV. Yeah, and I've already showed you a window, so yeah, my guitar. And let's find out what the bathroom looks like. You want it's already, well, the bathroom is not very giving, but we're grateful. Yeah, well, this is it. I'm grateful. I like it. And Kenyan people are so warm. Oh my god. Oh, let me sit down and tell the story. Yeah, so I'm hungry, but it's like the restaurant is open, but I don't feel like eating at this time. So I'm just gonna talk to my loved ones and I'll sleep because I'm waking up early to catch my flight. Yeah, so story time. So I just got in Nairobi, like I arrived at the hotel like 20 minutes ago, and I just finished, you know, putting my things in the room and stuff. Yeah, so my final destination is home for sure, Burundi. Yeah, so let me tell you the crazy story of, you know, today. Yeah, just today. So the last few days have been a bit difficult for me professionally, like, you know, at work and everything, you know, the stress. So thank God everything happened right before I had a trip planned to go home because honestly I don't know how I would have survived anyway. Oopsie, I just heard noise. Yeah, I would have survived anyway, but I'm glad this trip came at this exact time. So I live in Lille, you know, and I had to catch my flight in Paris. The train usually takes like 57 minutes, 58, you know, like an hour. But like that's when I take it like 10 or 15 minutes away from home. Like I'm giving too much details. This is not what's more important. Yeah, so I woke up, I was going to the train station to catch my train and go to the airport. But like I left home, I had 2 luggages, a handbag and my guitar. When I walked out, like I was just gonna take like the metro, you know, subway train, because I was like, yeah, it's like 37 minutes away from home, like 47, because I went to like the train station was a bit far from my place. The one that's closed wasn't gonna allow me to be early enough for my flight. Yeah, so I walked for like 2 minutes and then I was like, nah girl, we're not doing this, we're not gonna suffer, we're not born to suffer. If God gives you the option to not suffer, you're gonna take the option to not suffer. So I ordered an Uber, you know, Bolt, taxi. Yeah, you get it. I gave 3 options. If you don't get it, forget about it. And then the Uber came and oh my god, he was so nice. We're talking, you know, we're just having conversations about, you know, work, about experience and everything. And he was like, I love my job because I get to meet you, and you know, he gets to meet people, like amazing people like you, of course, like me. And I was also happy because I was like, to be honest, I don't know if you live, like if you've lived in Africa and have moved, yeah, you know, to Western countries, I feel like people are more cold, you know, so it really feels amazing to bump into someone who's open, who's friendly, who can chat. You know, you don't need to keep it, you know, to do small talk and whatever. When you just meet someone, you can be like, hey, we're all brothers and sisters. Yeah, so that was a good start. And when I got in the Uber, he was like, I don't know what's happening to like the metro, you know, we're getting a lot of clients right now. I think the metro has a problem. And I was like, I didn't even check, I just called an Uber because I didn't want to suffer. I just wanted, you know, to have someone carry my bags, go to the train station, and I have to struggle like picking, like, you know, carrying things in the subway train or whatever. So I got the subway train and there was a long waiting line. I was like, oh my god, what if I took the metro? I would have suffered. I would have probably missed my train. So I got there and I entered the train, and because life is funny, my carriage, you know, the car, like la voiture, if you are familiar with trains, you know, the carriage, yeah, you know, it is a train, but a train, you know, it's long, you know, you have this carriage, you get it. If you don't get it, forget about it. So mine was at the end, like it was the one before the last one. I was like, if this is not life trying me, I don't know what it is. But it was like, okay, I was carrying my, you know, my stuff, pushing and going. When I got there, I sat down, it was okay, and I entered. My seat was, you know, in the upper room, so I had to lift my 2 luggages and my bag and my guitar and go upstairs, you know, with no help, because you know this is Europe. I'm kidding. Europeans, like, I cannot put everyone in the same bag. Some people are very, you know, generous, very helpful, very, you know, very hospitable, if that's how they say it. And other people just don't care. You just, you know, chacun pour soi. So I sat in the train and I slept because, oh my god, I didn't sleep enough and I was tired. You know, the last few days were tiresome. And then I made it to the airport. But guess what? The train was supposed to arrive at the airport at 8:48 a.m. Okay? But it arrived at 9:08, so with like, it was 20 minutes late something. But I was like, it's okay, my plane is taking off at 11 a.m. so me arriving at 9 is perfect, because like the boarding starts 2 hours before the departure, and I was like, yeah, that's perfect. But let me tell you, I checked in, I gave them my bags. First of all, every time I have to catch a flight, guys, I'm afraid. Ever since I was young, I was afraid of planes because, you know, of stories of crashes and stuff. And mostly when I was young, my mom traveled a lot. So when she traveled, I would cry because I was like, I'm never gonna see her again. Yeah, I was dramatic. You know, so I have this thing, every time someone that I love or myself is out to travel, I have some kind of anxiety because I'm like, okay, you know, you are in this thing, it's in the air, whatever happens happens. It's like either, you know, it goes well, or if it goes wrong, it goes wrong. So I was like, no, it's okay, I'm gonna be fine, I'm gonna get home, God cannot let me die like this. Something that my mom like taught me growing up is, you know, remind God of his promises. You know, God, nah, I haven't done this yet, I haven't, you know. And something that it's a Bible verse, I don't know where it is, it says, I will not die, like I will live and not die and tell of your good deeds, of your wonders. So like, God, I'm not done talking about your good deeds, and that's also why I'm here today. I'm here to tell you. So I was like, nah, I'll be okay. But then when I'm checking in, the person who was, you know, who had my passport, who was getting the information, asked me, vous parlez anglais? Because, you know, I was in Paris, so they were, you know, it's French. But he asked me, do you speak English? Vous parlez anglais? And I said, yes, I speak English. And he didn't reply, he didn't say anything, he just continued typing stuff. And I asked him, why exactly did you ask me if I speak English? And he said, oh, it's because we're gonna put you like right next to the exit door, you know, like when people have to jump, like when they have to get out of the plane if in emergency cases. So to sit there, you have to speak English. And I was like, okay, is this a red flag? Am I really gonna board this thing? Like, why am I getting this thing? You know, it was weird. I was like, ah! But then I was like, you know what? Whatever happened, that's something that I always tell myself. Everything that happens for my good. And I was like, maybe if the plane is gonna crash, I'm near the exit so that I can, you know, whatever happens, it doesn't, like, I'm safe, you know. I was like, yeah, I can swim if I jump in the water, it's fine. Oh, and then I didn't even have my swimming goggles. But anyway, then the stressful part happens. You know, everything is done, my luggages are sent. But then I'm going like to, you know, to my gates, like when you are going to pass like the immigration checkings and stuff, and then the gate. I get there, the waiting line is long. It was around 9, you know, it was around 9 a.m, maybe 9:40 something, I don't know. But I was like, yeah, you know, I'm here on time, like I should have I shouldn't have any problem. I get there, and I hear people complaining about missing flights, you know, like they missed their flight. Today there's so much traffic, people like, you know, there's a lot of people, it's crazy today. And then they're announcing, we're sorry, today we have so much traffic, we're doing our best. And I was like, okay, I wasn't worried. But then I started like hearing people saying, oh, my flight is leaving at 11, or what do I do, am I gonna catch it? And I was like, hey, mine is also leaving at 11. So if my neighbors are worried, maybe I should be worried too. So I asked one of like the agents, I told him, I have a flight at 11. Do you think, like, considering the line in front of me, do you think I will make it on time? Or should I, like, you know, have like a priority access or whatever? And he said, as I told everyone, we cannot do much because everyone is in the same boat. Like today, like the line is so long that I was in line with people who had their flight at 9:50 a.m. and the flight, you know, so it was past the hour. And you know, so I was wondering, oh my god, so this flight was like the hope of my life right now. Because I had been down, you know, like with everything going on. That will be a story time for after I graduate, because there are things I don't wanna go into some details before I graduate. I wanna graduate first, and I'll sit down with my degree and tell you everything that I went through to get it. Yeah, so I start gaining worried, like, okay, God. First of all, I started being grateful because I took the train, like the train that I took in my city left at 7:44. So I thought I was super early, but turns out I was right in time, because I thought, oh my god, maybe I'm going too early, maybe I should take another one, you know. And I was like, oh my god, thank you, I didn't miss that one, thank you, like I actually took that one. And then I started like being like, God, no, I cannot not be home tomorrow. I cannot, because I've been looking forward to that, seeing my family, everyone is there. I was like, it cannot be me. I cannot stay here. And I was hearing like some people being like, yeah, I missed my flight, or if I miss my flight, is the company gonna reimburse me? Is, you know, am I gonna get another one? And the people who work at the airport will be like, it's neither your fault, like nor ours, so you have to see with the company from which you booked that. And I was like, I was like, my tickets, I even get you know, a reimbursement. I wasn't sure. I was like, oh my god. So I may have to buy another one right there at the airport. I was starting to think about a lot of things, but I was like, God, please help me. God, please help me. I don't wanna miss my flight. And then I saw two Kenyan women. Like, I heard them, and they were saying they were going to Nairobi. I was like, oh, so because I have a connecting flight to Nairobi. That's why I'm in Nairobi right now. And when I heard them, I was like, oh, so when is the plane leaving? They say 10:50 because they want a different company. So mine was leaving 10 minutes after them. But they were like, oh, let's ask people. So there was a couple in front of me. They heard me talking, and they were leaving at 1 p.m. So they were like they let me pass, they let me go past them, and they told me keep asking people who are leaving after you to let you pass. So I was like, sir, when are you leaving? And they would say, I'm leaving at this time. Okay, and say, can I go, can you let me pass because I'm leaving in less than an hour? And they will let me until I bumped into a man who was leaving at 10:30. The guy, oh my God, I was like, I'm even embarrassed to ask because it was already 10 a.m., past 10 a.m. And the guy was still like waiting at the, like immigration checks, checking like passports or whatever. And then there was another Kenyan guy. He looked at me and the two Kenyan women and was like, you guys come, let's go forward and ask for priority access. And we went. I was like, oh yeah, maybe we finally saved. But when we got to the front, they were like, no, you have to go back in line. You have to go back. And I was like, maybe they're even gonna put us at the back because we passed, through people. And when I heard them arguing, I had my guitar. I passed, under the line. When you're waiting in line, like it's there are borders. You can I don't know if you can tell what I'm talking about. Like the elastic one, rubber, not rubber band, but you get it. So I passed under, and then my guitar was stuck, and someone helped me. So I just managed to pass and be like, on the first line. Like there was this row, and then there was another row and another one. You see how it is in airports. So I was there, and I was like, okay, at least I managed to like go, move forward. So let me just stay here and be quiet. But then I hear men complaining behind. They were saying it's not fair. These people, like, they were behind us, now they're there. And I kept, acting as if I wasn't hearing anything. And I was like, God, I hope they don't remember me. But then I had that guitar on my back, and I was like, can't I just maybe, take it off and, And then the guy was like telling the person who works at the airport, from this line they were behind us. So the lady was like, I don't have eyes everywhere, I didn't see it. So I was like hoping that, oh, maybe she's not gonna tell us to go back. But then she closed right before me and told the people who were before us to come, and then we were behind them, but we still were a bit like, it was better than before. So I was there, people were complaining, and I was just, yeah. So at some point, like, it was 10:30 something, 10:28, and I still wasn't like past the immigration, and I was wondering, oh my God, am I really gonna miss my flight? Am I really gonna miss my flight? And I was praying, saying, God, please help me, please help me, please help me. And then there was a couple, the couple that let me pass before them. They said, did you check in already? Like, do they have your luggages and stuff? I said yes. And they told me, don't worry, they cannot leave without you if they have your luggages. They can wait for you and stuff. But I was like, but I kept the faith. I was like, God, I'm going home, I'm going home, I'm going home, I'm going home. And then I finally managed to pass. When I was maybe there were like two people in front of me. There were two other people behind me, and those people were leaving at 10:30, and they had like less than 5 minutes. And I was like, okay, let me just let them pass. And I was hoping that, okay, God, these people need to, they need to be like, they need it more than I needed because I still have more time than them. So I let them pass, and then I was next. And after that, I was checking. I was like, already had a map in my head. I was like, okay, I'm gonna pass through that gate, then I'll run to my gate and stuff. I get there, and I was like, okay, finally. But then it's time to, check if you have any liquids, when they check your handbag. And the line was long in front of me. I was like, oh my God, when is this gonna end? So I saw like a lady. No, it was a girl actually. Yeah, I think she was pretty much my age. And I asked her, are you going to Nairobi? Because I was like, maybe if it's a lot of us, they will not let us, like, they will not leave us. And she said, no, I'm going to New York. And I asked her, oh, when is your flight leaving? She said 1 p.m. And then the guy who was next to her was like, oh, me too. So I told her mine was leaving at 11. And they offered, like, they were like, ah, yeah, please, like, move forward. Like, we're letting you go before us. And I was like, thank you. And they told me, keep asking people. So I was asking people, and all of them were leaving at 1 p.m. So I managed to, like, pass more than 10 people. And then I reached a guy. I asked him, excuse me, when is your flight leaving? He said 11 a.m. I was like, oh my God, we're leaving at the same time. And I asked him, okay, maybe we can move together, like ask people if they want to let us go before them, if they're leaving after us. And he said, we're all in the same boat. You know, he was like, but ask people if you want. And I was like, but then I was like, I'm not gonna follow him, you know, I'm just gonna keep asking. So I asked, and I managed to keep moving forward. And then when it was time to like take out my computer, iPad, and liquids, there was like a lady. I told her, like, I asked her, you know, do you think no, I just showed her my boarding pass, and she was like, don't worry, you know, like, you have enough time. So when I saw like how long it was taking the people in front of me to take off their stuff and get checked and then move, I asked the guy who was in front of me, at what time is your flight leaving? And he said 1 p.m. I said, can I please pass before you, because mine is leaving in like 10 minutes. And he said, yeah, sure. So I took everything out, guys. I didn't care. I took everything. I was taking my computer out. I was so in a hurry, and I was even about to take off my shoes when it wasn't necessary. So I finally passed that door, and then I also put my guitar on, you know, that machine. And in my guitar there is like a spoon. That spoon is like, it's a memory. So if you've been watching my vlogs or following me, you know about Emily and Michael. It's a lovely couple that I adore, and they just came back. Like, they live in Lille, but they're Americans. So they just came back from Texas, and when they came back from Texas, Emily gave me a souvenir like that used to belong to her husband's mom, so Michael's mom. She gave it to me saying, oh, this was Michael's mom. And I was so moved, so I kept it with me as I was traveling. Let me show you what it is. Yeah, it's this one. I hope you can see it. So she said Michael's mom used to have a collection of spoons, you know, when she would travel and stuff. So this is Aloha Hawaii. I think she got it from Hawaii. And I was so moved, I kept it. And then the machine showed this spoon. They were like, what is this? I said, it's a little spoon. And they said, okay, run. Like, they let me go. And guys, from that moment, I was running to my plane. And my gate was like at the bottom, you know, like it was gate M49. So I got there, I was at gate 41, and I was looking like at the end, and I was like, oh my God, I have to run to that place. I was running, walking fast, and like I made eye contact with the man, and he was like, and I was like, why is he even smiling? What's funny? You know, I was like, oh my God, I might miss my flight. And I was praying, saying, God, please help me, please help me. I was about to cry. I was like, God, help me, be with me. And then and every time I would say, God, please be with me, I would remember the Bible verse that says, I am with you always until the end of time. So I'd be like, okay, God, I know you are with me. I know you are with me. Help me, help me, help me, help me. And I was, you know, just remembering those things. And then I was running. And when I was like at gate 47, yeah, right before, because like gate 47, 49 was on this side, and like I don't even remember how they call them, the chiffres impair ou pair. Yeah, so when I was at 47, I heard, is anyone like going to Nairobi here? And I was a bit far, like I was almost there, but I was a bit far. And I said, me, like, yes. And the lady, when she saw me like running, she was like, hey, calm down, breathe, it's okay, you made it here, it's fine. Like, as soon as, like, now that you're here, it's okay. She was like, calm, breathe. And I was like, okay. You know, she was saying it in French. I was like, genre, doucement, respirez, ça va aller, on est là, c'est bon. And I was like, okay. And then they took my passport. They were like, oh yeah, so you just need to scan this. But I think they saw that I was stressed, and the guy was saying, no, actually come, I'm gonna do it for you. He did it for me. And then I went to the plane, and I was like, okay, after everything that I went through, the fact that for 2 hours I was wondering if I was gonna make it home, like, it was all stressful, and I needed to go home. I need to be with my family. So as soon as I went through like that tunnel when you enter the plane, I was relieved, but I was like, I need to evacuate the stress. So I was like, I'm gonna enter the plane, sit at my seat, and then cry a little. I had that happen, but I'm not even sure. If I say this, it may sound like I cry a lot, but I don't. So I entered the plane, and when I got there, they saw that I had a guitar, like a flight attendant. They're like, oh, so play us something. I said, oh, I'm a beginner, I'm actually learning, I only know how to play a few notes. They're like, it's okay, still play. And it kind of like shifted my mind from the stress and the fact that I needed to cry a little to, oh, these are warm, cool people. They were like, it's okay. They took my bags. They were like, we're gonna hold everything for you, but you gotta play something for us. And then I was like, okay, and one flight attendant took he took the phone, like where you make announcements and stuff, and he was gonna put it near the guitar so everyone could hear. I told him, no, I'm not that good, I'm a beginner, please, don't annoy people with my playing. And he was like, okay. So then I played a little, and there was a man, like I saw him like when I was going to my gate, because he was also going to the same place. He was with his wife and 2 kids, and when he saw me taking my guitar, he took his camera. I think he makes vlogs or just family memories, that from my guess, because he kept recording, like taking, even in the plane. So they asked, oh, is it okay if he records you? I said, yeah, it's okay. And they were so cool. They were like, yeah, let's record you. And I was there. I was just, playing, and they were, and I played a little, like not for a long time. And I said, okay, that's it, I'm going to my seat. And they said, thank you. And I said, thank you, because like I was stressed, but now you just, you were so warm that now I'm feeling better. And they said, you brought us warmth. So it was like both sides, like we both needed that energy, and it was such a beautiful exchange of energy. And I was like, yeah, this is Africa. The energy when you get to, when you're among African people, you get it. So I entered the plane and everything went well, and I kept like, as soon as I made it to my seat, I told myself, yeah, God will never let me down. Because it seemed like every time I go through something stressful, I always tell myself, God is with me, God loves me. And when I say it in Kirundi, like in my mother tongue, like it says Imani Ramud, and I'm like, oh, but that's my name. So that's, even when I'm scared, I remember like a time I called my mom when I was stressed, and I was, she called me, and I was really like that. Okay, I don't cry a lot. When I say this, it sounds like I cry, but I don't cry a lot, honestly. Since this year began, I think I cried like 1 time or 2 maximum, but I don't cry, honestly. I don't cry a lot. So I'm trying to, I cry when I'm happy or when I'm moved, when someone happy. But when I'm stressed, I tend to be, tough and, have patience. Oh, and I cried last week. So maybe 3 times. Well, excuse me, I'm human. We all go through things. Yeah, so I called my mom that day, and I was stressed, and she was like, hi, don't worry. You remember, like, your name is Iranhun, that God loves you. So because my mom has repeated that to me, every time I go through something stressful, or when I'm worried that something will go this way, I tell myself all things work out for my good, and God loves me. God will never let me down. God, even in small things. So today I was, realizing that, yeah, even when you think you're not gonna make it, just trust God, because I made it to the plane, and then it was supposed to take off at 11 a.m. but it took off at 11:30 something, because I think they had to wait for people, because it was really crazy today. So yeah, honestly, today I was in the plane, I was thinking, oh, one of the best things that my mom gave me is faith and the relationship with God. The fact that, like growing up, and even when we would be sick, she would pray for us. She would be like, Jesus, even in crazy things, even when there is, it seems like there is no point to, she'll just be like, God, I know you're gonna get me out of this. So it's the same every time. Like every time even when I was at the airport in Paris, I was like, God, I need you. God, don't let me down. God, I was just counting on God. God, everything will be alright. Yeah. So that's it for a story time. I'm really, like this reminded me of how precious my faith in Jesus is. Yeah. So if there is one thing that I have with Jesus, and I'm super grateful to have made it here, and tomorrow morning I'm going home finally. Yeah, honestly, like God is all around me. He goes before me, behind me, all around me, and I never have to worry about a thing. Even when I worry, I just need to remember that he says, I am with you always until the end of time. So if you ever stressed, even when it seems crazy, just call on his name and just, yeah. So it's a long story. I don't even know for how long I've been recording, but yeah, I wanted to share this. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna sit down. And yeah, even my sister-in-law is like, we're both going home and we didn't take the same company, so she's arriving 30 minutes before me, and even herself on her way to the airport she struggled a little. And yeah, so we called when I landed like in Nairobi. I called her and she was waiting for a flight. Yeah, well, that's it. I'm gonna stop here and talk to my loved ones. Take care, and I'll see you for the Burundi vlogs, because yeah, thanks for watching and take care. Mwah.